Welcome back. The Indigenous Law and Justice Institute at the Lakehead University Law School hosted a special event this week. Organizations such as Treaty 3, NAN Legal Services, and Okiwan Tribal Council were invited to find out what their communities need in regards to Indigenous law revitalization. The conference included presentations to increase knowledge, understanding, and awareness of Indigenous laws and legal traditions, while keeping an open dialogue and listening to each community and their members' needs and concerns. The co-directors of the Indigenous Law and Justice Institute explained their goals for the gathering.
Just to share with them, we're hoping to host them, treat them well, and find out really what they want in their communities in terms of Indigenous law revitalization.
Really important for us not to be the drivers of the work, but for communities to be the drivers of the work. And so that's why we work in this way, which is to consult with community, see what they want and what they need, and then we go from there.
This was the first of these events, with more to follow. Sutherland says they were inspired by a similar conference they attended held by the Wahkotewin Law and Governance Lodge, and they hope to build further on those teachings and community methods. The Ford government has made a historic investment into veterinary training in this region. The provincial budget released last week contains over $14 million for Lakehead University to collaborate with the University of Guelph to expand their vet program to LU. Mike Lang reports.
We're investing $14.7 million over the next 2 years for a new collaborative Doctor of Veterinary Medicine program with the University of Guelph and Lakehead University to address veterinarian shortages in rural and northern communities.
The project announced by MPP Kevin Holland to area politicians will enable LU to enroll 20 students each year into the new veterinary training program, marking the first time the province has increased vet spaces in 35 years. The students will spend their first 2 years on the Lakehead campus and then complete their third and fourth years at Guelph. LU President Moira McPherson says the desire for a vet partnership with Guelph was over 2 years in the making before they received the government funding.
We started growing from a seed into an actual idea, an initiative, and then we took that initiative to our internal teams and decided this was a great step forward for increasing vet capacity in Ontario and particularly in the north.
Most vet clinics in the Northwest are at or above capacity, which has forced many pet owners to drive for hours to find the nearest clinic that will accept new animal clients. NOMA President Wendy Landry has been lobbying the government for this veterinary program expansion for some time. The collaborative vet program will also support the agri-food sector by expanding the number of vets that can care for livestock.
That's something that we have been advocating too, goes along with our health services as well, right? So, and this is not just about pets. This is about agriculture. This is about farm animals. This is about that food supply, that food safety supply, all of that piece too. So happy to see that they heard us on that topic as well. And then we'll continue our advocacy too to have that program come to LU.
Just again, a huge thank you to the Government of Ontario. This was a crucial step in our ability to go forward with this exciting collaborative program with the University of Guelph.
The LU program is set to begin in the fall of 2024, and graduates can receive incentives to practice in underserviced areas such as the Northwest. Mike Lang, TBT News.
Kiiwetinoong MPP Saul Mamakwa says he was bored by the provincial budget. He says there's nothing there for the people in his riding.
It's the same thing that you keep on hearing without really any big investments into helping the rest of the people in Ontario.
The deputy leader of the official opposition says the budget fails to meet the needs of the moment. He wanted the government to address affordability, particularly in the north. Mamakwa doesn't think there is enough in the budget to fix an ailing healthcare system or address mental health and addictions. He also criticizes the province's approach to mining and the Ring of Fire.
They're focusing on that without talking to all First Nations. And, I think that's a very colonial approach when you try and divide and conquer First Nations. In the north, in the Flying First Nations, there's nothing there. They just want our lands.
Mamakwa says that while the North is rich in resources, services aren't provided to address the unique challenges of life here. He wanted to see provisions for the safety of northern highways, for northern travel grants, and to address the climate change that is affecting the winter road season. Local MPP Lise Vaugeois questioned the Ford government about the province's new funding agreement with optometrists. One of that changes is that of September 1st. People aged 65 and older will be covered for only one eye exam every 18 months instead of once per year, unless they have conditions affecting their eyes such as macular degeneration, glaucoma, or diabetes. Health Minister Sylvia Jones says the change was made with advice from the Ontario Association of Optometrists and prioritizes seniors and others with the highest needs.
Currently, seniors can access an eye exam every 12 months, but under this government's new rules, they will have to wait 18 months to get an exam covered by OHIP. This is a move to push seniors into using privatized services that many seniors cannot afford, nor should they have to. To the Premier, why is this government jeopardizing seniors' health by reducing access to OHIP-covered eye care?
They worked very closely to ensure that we were looking at all of the services where they needed to be expanded, which of course we have expanded in appropriate areas like access to glaucoma, and also saying where are those investments and where do those pieces need to be? Is it a healthy 65-year-old who has no eye issues, or is it that young patient who has diabetes, that senior who has glaucoma?
And when we return, for the first time, a Kenora angler has won the Super Bowl of bass fishing.